Welcome back, everybody.
Hey,
We're here. Welcome to another installment of the No Bards Allowed podcast, a Dungeons and Dragons tabletop game hosted by a bunch of amateur entertainers and professional friends.
I got it.
There it
Hey,
is.
that's us.
Hey, that's us. Look at us.
And harmonizing. We're doing it.
Are we?
I'm B. Felons, your dungeon master for this game, and with me are my beautiful friends.
Oh, hey, I'm Dart, and I'm playing Arthur Page Llewellyn.
Hey, I'm Shay. I'm playing Oz.
Nice.
Hey, I'm Shay, and I'm playing Oz.
No.
Wait.
No, I'm Shay, and I'm playing Oz.
No, I'm Shay and I'm playing Oz.
Oh my god, I
stop.
swear I just had this in a dream yesterday.
Psych. Haha. I'm Fuse, and I'm playing Bilbin Billings.
Oh, Psych is so back, guys. Psych is so
we
back.
are so bad.
We're bringing it.
It's a
We're
great-
literally bringing it back right now.
It was a great show. I don't know what you mean.
Oh, Jesus. I haven't thought about Psych in
Nice.
so long.
Yeah, find the pineapple in this episode, guys. And I'm Will. I'm playing Saren, and I think we have to talk about it.
Oh, Saren, yeah. Thanks for tuning back in. What Will's referring to is on the last episode, we had a lot of really awesome exposition. We learned some beautiful things about all of our characters, frankly. We learned a little bit more insight into Oz's backstory. We hopefully helped Arthur start to figure out some of the magic that he's dealing with. As he sleeps in the corner. Bilbin's been thinking about home, and then Saren started really trying to research some of his background and the multi-class that Will took for Saren. Saren started as a druid, for anyone who doesn't know that, but multi-class.
Spoilers.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
we've said druid many
We've
times.
said
trust
druid,
me.
but we said a new.
I ain't never heard of that word before.
But we said a new thing on the last episode, which was witch, and we need to talk about what that means and why it's so fucking cool and important. And I'll let Will do the explanation, but Will talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, when we were going over when we first started planning out this campaign and this character, I had floated several multi-class ideas to be for the sake of the story I was trying to tell, and yeah, we juggled around a few things, and then it nothing was quite it, and then we found Worlds Beyond Numbers witch class, which they created.
We didn't find. Well, we found, but Dart.
Well, yeah, I mean, we like the collective we like.
Yes.
Dart brought it
Yeah.
to the table.
As a Patreon subscriber to the fireside
me too.
chat.
Me too.
Oh, welcome.
Yes.
Welcome to the fireside.
For a while.
Okay. Hey, all of our hands are raised right now.
No, they're not.
Who's
but,
the biggest fucking nerd here?
But it's a just fucking unbelievable podcast. If you haven't listened to that, maybe even pause right now and go listen to that. And then come
why
back.
are you listening to us if you haven't
yeah, what
listened
the hell?
to them?
yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah, some of our absolute fucking favorite creators. Specifically for this class, I think we have to credit Maisie Veselak, Brenda Stoddard, Brindley Mulligan, Hannah Rose, Erica Ishii. Just unbelievable playability. It really fit in with everything I want to do with Saren, and we're just kind of rolling with it. I think it's still technically in playtest, so I don't know what the final version is going to look like necessarily.
I think the last time they posted playtest stuff was like in February, and I think they're still like going through it, which is really cool.
Yeah.
So whenever this
It's so
airs,
awesome
like
already.
things may have progressed, but I think we'll kind of roll with those punches as we come to them. But already it is a blast to play. I've been trying to play it coy for the last several episodes and not give too much away for the sake of surprise. But we're doing it. Thanks to all the aforementioned people who are fucking more brilliant than we are, but we're having a nice time.
We're
They're the
such,
reason we do what we do.
right.
Aww.
Yeah, and we're such big fans. I think like across the spectrum of this group, too. Not to get too sappy, but I like the tabletop games, and then also the actual play space is so important to all of us. Like, I think name dropping the big ones like Critical Role, Dimension 20. NADPOD, Dungeons and Daddies, and then smaller ones all the way down to Tabletop Tales, our lovely Fuse's other project. But no, I mean, truly, like I think there's so many creators, and we're we're just having fun recording a podcast, and we're appreciative you've listened this far. But yeah, like the only reason that we are crazy enough to do something like this is because we've seen such incredible people make it feel like it's, I'd like more talented people like make it feel like it's just like a fun thing to do more than anything. Yeah. So I think we're happy to be recording, and for those of you listening, appreciate you out there. Shout out to the Witch Class creators and everyone that's made D&D the I don't know, kind of cool. It's off the beaten path cool. Everyone
I think it's cool as fuck.
Yeah,
Imagine being a bunch of adults that get to just like play games just because we love the art of playing games. Like that's so cool.
I will maintain too, the thing that me and my wife always say is a nerd is nothing more than someone who unashamedly loves something. So
yeah.
And if you
shout
think
out
that's
to all those fuckers.
Yeah, if you think that's lame, then you're the
lame.
Like that's so boring.
If you think that's lame, then you can get it Will in the subreddit.
Then you can call my mom and you can complain to her about it.
Yeah, and that. But anyways, we've been talking and wanted to make sure that we give a really firm shout out for a very cool new creation in the D&D / just general TTRPG space from really great creators. But anyone else have anything they want to say or acknowledge or shout outs before
real quick. Hey, this is episode 8.
Yeah.
And if you're listening, thank you so much for listening.
Yeah.
We love you.
You got this far. That's cool.
Actually, if you're listening to episode 8, chances are you've listened to more episodes than
I
Fuse has.
Okay.
At this point,
I was like rolling a die in my brain, like, who am I going to call out right now?
Well, this felt like the most accurate call. I
It's
think.
not incorrect.
it's great. He's been here the whole time.
But
Yes.
I've been
whole
here,
time.
so yeah.
Yeah.
What about that, Will?
Well,
he
yeah.
lived the episode.
Yeah.
I was there. I was on the front lines.
And if you're listening to this at episode 8 and you want a hug, let me know. I'll give you a hug.
It's
and,
so true.
And a smooch or whatever. I'll give you a muffin, like a home-baked muffin.
That's
I don't
huge.
For legal reasons, please don't give them a muffin, but a hug is fine.
know. Hug is fine.
No,
Hug is better than a muffin.
Yeah.
Physical contact is better than baked goods.
Supervised.
What about a chocolate chip cookie?
Done.
What
It's
about
a baked good.
Dart makes incredible chocolate
Technically,
chip cookies. As a side note,
Tennessee home baked goods law means you can bake it.
That's for Patreon content later.
honestly, maybe. Yeah,
Maybe.
if you want Dart's delicious chocolate chip cookie recipe,
Hey,
it
you
might
want
be something
some-
you have to just pay like
You want some cookies from
$2 a month or something, whatever the fuck we're gonna charge you now.
I mean, that's not bad
$2
considering
We're not. Yeah,
I thought I was
we're
going to
not.
have to kill him to get the recipes, so
Maybe.
that's...
What?
$2 is nothing.
Yeah,
Why
well,
would you kill me?
If you kill Arthur,
Why
he
would you
drops.
kill me for the
It's
recipe?
the only way you'd give up your secret.
It's just on some sticky note in my apartment somewhere.
We're narrowing
So if you
it
kill
down.
me, you're just like gonna have to. You're gonna
Search
have
your
to dig
apartment.
through hundreds of sticky notes. Let me tell you. I'm just covered in sticky notes right now.
It's actually
it's-
all you're wearing.
frankly insane.
Yeah. For those back home, Dart is only wearing a sticky note jumper right
That's
now.
also that
Strategically, for sticky notes, you decide where they are.
that's also on the Patreon, but that is the highest level you
They're
can
all
subscribe
on my
to.
toes.
And with that incredible, wild, beautiful thing that we just said, I'm going to pass it over to none other than Arthur Page Llewellyn, played by Dart, to get us back into episode 8. Hey.
Well, hello again, my friends. Last time on No Bards Allowed, me and my new pal Diego were hanging out, drinking daiquiris together. Well, I guess he was making daiquiris for me. But after that, Hera led me and the other gents back to the Demerara Public Library to do a little stakeout for the night. Bilbin settled in by the front door, while Saren, Oz, and I did some reading. Oz was looking at some maps of the Western Sea, while Saren read some novel or something. Oz and I talked about magic, and he found me a real thick book that I will probably not read someday. After I fell asleep, Saren woke me up to a rather unfriendly gentleman that, rightly appears to be a member of the Guardians of Salvation. I said my name, and he very politely did not say his to me. Now here we are.
we pick up in this moment with Hera and Bilbin alert at the top of the stairs. Saren having just woken up Arthur and Oz, and the two of them standing watching this guardian charge towards them. Oz already noticed, as Arthur does too, that the whites in this guardian's eyes seem to have glazed over his pupils as well. As they approach further and run towards you, sword drawn, ready to strike down, give me one more perception check, both of you.
Still with disadvantage?
No, not anymore. Now that they're right in your face.
13.
12.
You both see not just the whites of the pupils, but this. It almost feels like there's this pulsating coming from all of their body, their mouth, their extremities, something unnatural. They run up to you, having started 30 feet away, and they are not able to strike you as they get close, get right up in melee range, but do not swing their blade. As the Guardian raises up their sword ready to strike, we jump to the top of the now full initiative order. Saren, it is actually back to you with all the waking up and things. We jump to you before we move to our Hera and Bilbin waking up.
Oh wow. Yeah, if Oz and Arthur are in line of fire, I would rush over. Is it possible for me to get between the Guardian and them?
No, not anymore. The Guardian's kind of right up next to both of them. You can also get up into range, but you cannot put yourself in between necessarily.
In that case, would it be, based on the arrangement of the shelves, would it be possible for me to go around, seeing both of them charge one way? Would it be possible for me to come around behind him?
You wouldn't be able to, like, if you would use your action to dash, you wouldn't even be able to get to them, honestly.
Got it.
Yeah, the shell.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 30-foot runs of shelves, kind of running down the middle of this. So
Yeah.
you can get to the entrance of the aisle. If you tried to run around, you'd like get halfway around the aisle probably with a dash, but you would not be able to like get up into range, especially not to attack this turn. But you'd still have to move.
All right, I'm going to take the most dramatic course of action then.
Right.
I want to run up to Oz and Arthur and full body check them out of the way.
Oh.
Okay, roll on Oz and Arthur.
Yeah.
Roll an opposed athletics check, everybody. We're doing
Can I
opposed.
guidance myself?
Yeah, opposed athletics check. Saren versus Oz and Arthur. Wild gang.
Saren, what are you... Ah! Not one.
Nice, cool.
4.
I got 15 on the die, plus 2 from guidance, plus 1 for athletics.
Cool. Oz and Arthur, you both take 2 points of force damage as you were both knocked to the side. Not prone. That was not the goal, but you are run into by your friend as he selflessly moves you out of the way. But you take a little nick there.
Saren!
I'm assuming that's my action. I'm going to then just turn and stare down this oncoming Guardian.
Okay, great. Awesome. That's your turn. Moving forward in the initiative order, Hera stirs and she's been laying on your shoulder, Bilbin, and she says, sorry. What's happening?
Did you hear that, Hera?
What?
I think the boys need our help.
Downstairs?
Of course.
All right. She leaps to her feet. She moves across the upstairs of the library. She will use her full action to move, so she is able to move across all of the library and get to the like halfway down the stairs. She basically runs from the front door back to the staircase, halfway down the stairs, and that will be Hera's whole turn. Bilbin, it is your turn now.
I'm coming, boys! And I just pick up my axe and start, like, you know, in a baseball game, how you, like, round first to go to second?
Yeah?
Do this, like, big, like, curved run to try to, like, absolutely, like, put all my energy towards going down that stairs. I have 40 movement.
I was going to say, well, and so 40 movement's not going to get you where you need to go, but also I know one thing we've already shared with everybody is that you have the mobile feat, which would allow you can if you use mobile, you should be able to, even with using.
So mobile adds 10 feet to my move speed.
Well, that's what gets you to 40.
Right.
Oh, but
Right.
but don't you have some sort of ability? What's
No,
your ability that
when
if
I
you
use my
your
dash action at difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement on that turn?
Oh, so it does. I understand.
So
cool.
I would still have to dash most likely to get there. Is that
Let me see.
how far away
Getting
I am?
up halfway through. So you're using half your move. We'll say 15 feet though. So you're using 15 feet of movement, which leaves you with 65 feet of movement from when you stand up.
With dash. Is it
20 feet extra. You can get up to where Saren is as well.
with dash?
Mhm.
Cool.
You're just getting up there.
Yeah.
So that'll be your action. But
So I scream that. I round first base into the basement, and dash halfway through to continue my momentum. And I get right up next to Saren. Saren, what the hell's going on down here?
I do not respond. I'm just staring into the whites of this thing's eyes.
I look at Saren. Saren doesn't move, and then I look to where his eyes are averted to.
yeah,
And-
you both are now up close, and I would say you now right up next to it see what Oz and Arthur noticed as it ran forward, which is glazed over white eyes and like just weird unnatural movement underneath of the like skin and mouth and everything like that.
Am I in line with Saren? Where my
I'm
movement
gonna say
line?
you would had to these shelves. This creature is basically like has like ran out of the end of has like made it out of the end of the bookshelf. So you're like able to surround it. You can't get in the way of Saren, but you can get right up next to Saren up in melee range.
So I can't be slightly in front of Saren to
Nope.
hopefully.
Nope.
Okay.
We just did this.
We just tried it.
And then I hold my axe ready for a swing and my turn
Awesome. Cool.
because I used my action to dash.
Cool. Love it. Bilbin dashes up right up in the action. After that, Oz, it is back to you. You've just been bumped away. You're still up in the you're still up in the mix. You were moved a little bit out of the way, but you're up close. You're more than welcome to. I will say this. I'm gonna say that Saren bumped both of you out of melee range. And so if you wanted to move away, you would not take an attack of opportunity based on what just happened. But if you want to get up in the mix too, you're obviously right up there still. So
Okay. Yeah. I think Oz pushed out of the way, kind of trips, probably hits his side on like a bookcase or something and takes that damage from Saren, push him out of the way. And he moves, I think he'll maneuver to the side. Is there space to the side?
yeah.
Cool. I'm going to maneuver probably like 15 feet to the side of this
Cool. You run this combatant, assailant, whatever you want to call them, is now they're like kind of standing right outside of where the end of the bookshelf like rows end, and so you're like moving a little bit away, like still like basically like looking backwards, back towards the stairs, back towards the assailant, Saren and Bilbin right up in melee range.
Okay. I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb. But you're gonna see, he grabs like the sphere in his satchel, pulls out like a quick little scroll. It snaps back into place, and you see a little ball kind of spits out of the center of this thing. He has it in the middle of his hands, and he mutters some incantations, and he shoots it out towards the enemy, whatever, the armor suit.
Cool. Roll to hit.
Oh, baby.
Does 15 hit?
15 does not hit.
Oh, fuck. Cool.
Cool. Noted.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What chromatic orb stone, or you can change the element of it, right?
Mhm.
What element were you doing?
Force.
You can do force.
You force?
Yeah.
Oh
Damn, that's probably the best one.
yeah. I could, it's
Shit.
mm-hmm.
You can do like anything, any non-physical damage except for
thought it was-
necrotic.
I thought it was just elemental.
So the cool thing about Order of the Scribes, at level 2, when I get the thing, I can any spell in the same slot, I can take that damage type and use it on a different spell of the same slot.
Whoa. That's sick.
Yeah.
What
Cool.
the fuck?
Yeah, it's cool as fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
y'all are. Yeah, your characters are
What?
dumb. I
So
hate it.
you would have seen like this orb fly out, and if it just skims off and hits into a bookcase, and the bookcase just goes, and the books fly everywhere.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, I've got to play a wizard one day.
You unfortunately do not hit. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn right now?
Well, never mind. Nope. That's it.
Cool. That is the end of your turn. Moving down in the initiative order, we move to Arthur. Arthur, you have been bumped out of the way. I will extend exactly what I extended to Oz, which is that you can move away freely without receiving an opportunity attack. However, you're also right up in it. You can definitely still get up into melee range if you so choose.
Ow, my butt hurts. I'm gonna look down at the ground and see the book that Oz pulled out for me earlier. Ixeratus Matora. All right. You can do this. And I'll look at it. Ixeratus Madero. Come on. And I'm going to try to cast a spell.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Whoa.
Does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
Yay.
19
All right.
absolutely hits.
So Arthur's a little, a few daiquiris in him and is focusing. And I think in a moment of booze-induced anger at this entity not being very polite, sparks begin to fly around his hands, and a bolt of energy shoots at this armor right over Saren's shoulder, and is going to be something that I don't know yet.
What is the spell you're casting?
I'm casting Chaos Bolt.
Chaos Bolt. Let's go. Cool. Incredible.
So I get to roll 2d8s for damage, and I get to choose, but they're both a 3, so it's fire damage.
Don't you get to? Oh, they're both. Don't you get to roll again if they roll the same thing though, or is that only passed to an enemy?
Ooh, I don't know.
Chaos Bolt's got a crazy thing. I thought where if you roll, maybe you.
So on a hit, the target takes 2d8 plus 1d6. Choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that die determines the attack's damage type.
Maybe.
And so I just rolled the same.
Cool.
So it's fire damage.
And then you also
And-
have the D6.
Yeah. So that's going to be 10 points of fire
10 points.
as I cast a spell, and I will need to make another roll for wild magic.
Ooh.
Okay. So
Uh,
10 points of fire.
Heck yeah. Awesome. 10 points of damage. You throw that Chaos Bolt with fire into this entity, and it stumbles backwards a moment.
And I passed my wild magic search roll.
Okay. Excellent. Very cool. What'd you roll?
14 on the die.
Beautiful. You
Yeah.
are, I think you're holding, what did you call the book that you're holding? Or near?
Exordius Madero.
I think you're looking at it, and I don't think you know exactly what it means or what it says, but you know Oz was looking out for you. How does it make you feel in this moment?
I think these words are special. I think Exordius Madero. I think that means something. And I think as I launch this bolt of just pure flame at this armor, the book starts to burn. Oh, shit. And I drop it on the ground.
Arthur, be careful.
Sorry.
It's okay, no worries.
I'll start to stamp it out with my feet.
That's a good book.
Sorry. I'm still figuring all this shit out. That's it for me.
Cool. Moving past Arthur's turn, you watch this foe raise their sword, and they're going to take 2 swings. One at Arthur, who has just hit them, and then one at...
I thought you said Arthur got pushed out of melee range.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have reach?
Oh, you moved away.
Well, even if he
pushed
didn't
me
move,
out.
he started out of melee range.
Never mind. I apologize.
Yeah, he pushed me
Good
out.
call. They're going to take 1 swing at each Saren and Bilbin.
I mean,
both
you
up
can
in melee
try.
range. Okay. The one to hit Saren missed. The one to hit Bilbin would hit, but you feel some spell energy coming from Hera behind you. And a silvery barbs is thrown.
Love fills my heart.
And even in that moment, does a 19 hit?
A 19 does hit.
Sorry,
Cool.
what classes get silvery barbs?
Wizards.
All right, just checking.
Sorcerers, bards.
Whoa,
making sure.
Watch your language. Watch your language.
I'm so sorry. See you guys later.
Hera tries to help you. You still are hit, but you do have advantage on your next attack roll.
Sick.
As you take 13 points of slashing damage.
Shit. Whoa.
Is that all you got?
How is
Say-
Bilbin looking?
That hurt. But that's why he was being cheeky with that.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
That definitely hurt.
Nice. This ain't no bookcase.
I mean, close.
I'll take
That's almost
I'll
as
take
much
that
damage
bookcase
as the
over that.
bookcase did.
And as that happens, you see this guardian, who knows what it is at this point, end its turn. We move back to the top of the initiative order. Saren, that's back to you.
Fuck. Okay. There's no one between me and this thing, right? Bilbin's like next to me.
Yeah, you're up in it. I would say this thing is standing at the end of the bookshelf. You and Bilbin are kind of like side by side.
Okay. I'm going to, you'll see Saren kind of move. I'll move my left foot back and sort of brace myself. Take a deep breath in, and not unlike what you saw at Rum earlier in the evening, I'm going to use my breath weapon.
Cool.
As a white dragonborn. So that's a 15-foot cone of cold. I need a con save.
Con save. All right.
Surely a suit of armor will be bad at Constitution.
I hate to tell you, rolled a 19.
Yeah, you super saved. You're still going to take 3 cold damage.
Okay.
Nice.
Super save.
Not bad.
Cool.
Level 2.
And then I'm
Level
going to
2.
use my bonus action to cast Healing Word to Bilbin.
Cool.
I don't
Excellent.
need it.
Roll them healing die.
You are going to get 5 points of health
Sick.
back.
Cool. That's awesome.
And then I'm going to just hang out here because I would still take opportunity if I moved. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You're up in it.
I'm just hanging. I think I'm eyes locked with this thing. I've made the passive intimidation joke before, but like I'm attempting as best I can to be the bulwark between, this thing and my friends.
Cool. That's awesome. You jump in and standing there, ready to take a hit. Moving down in initiative, it jumps back to Hera. You all watch her from the staircase. She stays where she is now. She moves her hands and throws a spell towards this creature, and you immediately see the spell hits. It nothing happens. And then you hear Hera say, "Something's not right. That didn't do what it was supposed to." Oz, can you make an Arcana check for me just to see if you can recognize the spell?
22.
She tried to cast a spell that you, I don't think know, but are familiar with through studies. It's Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Hideous Laughter should have hit and it failed. Something about this enemy, that spell did not work. All right, gang, that was not it. I will, sorry, I'm nervous. Moving on. Bilbin, your turn.
As I kind of feel my left arm and my body aching get a little bit healed from Saren. Thank you, Saren.
Got this.
Oz, why did that not work? Why did that spell not work?
Oh, I don't know. It could be something that doesn't have it's absent of a mind, possibly.
All right, Saren, you get behind me. After Saren just tried to get in front of me.
I haven't moved. You rolled in.
And I go, I guess, can I get in front of Saren to deliver a blow?
You definitely can't.
Damn.
I'm fully I'm wide stance. I am not I don't think I'm fully blocking this whole aisle, but I'm very much trying to
roll honestly, Bilbin, roll a quick perception or insight check for me into Saren. Whichever one you prefer.
Well, I prefer them both not be -1.
Great.
But
That's fine. I get that.
I rolled a 7.
A 7? Great. Yeah, I think you can't read Saren in this moment, but
Okay.
Saren,
I'm not focused on you in any way.
Okay.
I have not registered your presence other than casting that spell.
All right, well, I look at Saren then and say that and try to talk to him, realize he's just locked in. I'm like, all right. And then just pick up my axe, spin it around once, catch it in my hand, and just, I'm coming to get you. Boom.
awesome.
And I just yell it at him, even though I know he's not going to respond, and do an uppercut swing at his
Sick.
Chest and head
Cool.
neck cavity thing. I'm trying to go for top of chest into head to try to knock
Cool.
him back.
Rolled a hit in one of the features of Silvery Barbs. The spell that Hera cast is that basically what happened is she gave disadvantage to this foe and they still hit, but you get advantage on this attack. She gave you advantage as a benefit of the spell.
Good, because dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
Cool.
Roll your damage.
Also, you see the axe start to glow as I use a divine smite.
Let's go.
First
one?
Let's go. Level 2.
Let's go.
At the last second, you see the axe head shimmer with light that starts to illuminate this,
Incredible.
I guess, hallway. Books on the left and right of us, the spines of them that are laminated in this metallic writing start to shimmer as you're looking up at the stars above.
Oh
Incredible.
my God.
So that would be 15
15 damage?
damage.
Fuck yeah.
15
Plus.
plus 3, 18.
Fucking hell.
So, okay, 4. So 4 slashing, 14
Cool.
radiant. And is it undead? Because that would add something.
It is not undead.
Okay.
It did. You don't see your. Funny enough, you don't.
Does it?
Yeah. Funny enough, you. Yeah. You
Not to
did.
break what it is, but it would add something. Okay.
It's great.
Valid question.
So that does use a spell slot. However, yes, you see me do this uppercut towards its upper chest and neck cavity where his chin is to...
as you drag your blade up across the chest and neck of this, they're wearing armor, so you cut into the chin. One thing you notice is that there is already a slash mark across their neck.
Whoa.
Looks like bled and dried probably within the last week, based on your best guess. As you slice into it, you see not the same as what you saw in the woods, but some sort of like fungal network coming, peeking out of the neck. What the fuck? Anything else from you, Bilbin? That was an awesome fucking turn. That was so sick.
No. I will stand my ground with the bulwark,
Cool.
Saren, after doing that, and hold my axe in my two hands again and end my turn.
Yeah, this thing is we'll say bloodied without blood for the sake of
It might be that radiant damage.
Yeah, I think he just when he walks back to, or kind of just takes that half step back to put himself back to Saren, he just says, "Holy shit," as he's just wowed at what the hell just came out of his neck.
Hell yeah.
And then officially ends turn.
Hell yeah. Cool. Moving on. We're moving right to Oz. Oz, you see Bilbin slash in and this like fungal entity poking out of the neck of this seemingly humanoid creature.
I see that stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I will definitely be like, oh, that's not right. I'm gonna run over to get out of. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go make an angle where I can see this thing and not hit Bilbin, and launch another chromatic orb at it.
Roll to hit. Let's see it.
It's not gonna hit.
Damn. You something that you wielded really well in the area surrounding Deblaine is failing you currently. You slam into a bookshelf again and do not make contact with this guardian of sorts.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Heard. Cool. All right, moving on. Arthur.
Okay. Oh, hot. Oh, gotta cool it down. And I'm in this moment, I'm like, I feel like I've opened something. I can't stop. And ice begins forming around my hands. Ah! And I shoot a ray of frost at it.
Cool. Roll to hit.
8.
That does not hit.
Ah!
God damn it.
You do not hit on that ray of frost. Anything else on Arthur's turn as you stand there and you watch? Do you feel like, does Arthur fail to cast in this moment, or does it miss? What happens with Arthur in this moment?
I think that it just like ice crystals begin forming on his hands, and then he starts thinking about like the feeling that it casts to actually launch a spell successfully, and then he starts to get frightened by the idea and start to like think about remembering that time like when I accidentally summoned fire and it hurt somebody, or like cast cold and it like broke something, and I think he just starts to get in his head about it, and then it just kind of fizzles out and ends up just like freezing the book that was on fire that he was trying to stamp out.
Awesome, incredible. And based on the way that we are running Arthur's wild magic, could you roll on that cantrip attack? Would you be willing to roll a wild magic surge for me as well? No, does not hit. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. No, you feel that spell fail, but nothing else in that moment.
Yeah, that's it.
At the end of your turn, Bilbin has sliced into this creature. No sign of emotion as far as you can tell. It's going to take its first swing at you, though. Does a 9 hit?
Nope.
Didn't think so. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
17
yes, it
hits.
does.
Awesome. I'm going to roll some damage. That is going to be 12 points of slashing damage to Bilbin. As the first sword misses, second sword slashes into you.
It slashes right into me, and as I fall to the ground, and I'm now making saves.
You all watch your traveling companion fall to the ground in this moment. Saren, it doesn't necessarily look like this creature's even been staring any of you in the eyes. It just pulls its blade and readies readies its sword again. And as we move past that, it is your turn.
With the sound of Bilbin's body hitting the floor to my left, and the sound of nice.
Not funny at all, but it's kind of funny.
Bilbin's body hit the floor. Bilbin's body.
It's D&D, gang. For those of you that are new to this game, people go down. They're not dead.
People be
Yes.
falling unconscious.
Yes, I will kill
it do
them
be
all,
happening.
but
I
they're
mean-
not dead.
I will be rolling to see if I actually die or I stabilize.
Yeah.
You've got 18 seconds. So,
Maybe.
yeah, with the sound of Bilbin's body hitting the floor to my left, and the sound of crystalline shards of ice forming on the book Arthur was fucking with to my right, I'm going to extend my right arm and pull one of those shards from that book, and I'm going to cast an ice knife
Cool.
straight into the neck of this thing
Let's go.
right in front of me. Am I rolling disadvantage on that?
Because you're close range,
Mhm.
technically.
Yeah, cool.
Dude,
It's
we
a
don't-
ranged. It's a ranged attack, gang. Unfortunately, it is.
We also don't care that we have disadvantage as a team.
Disadvantage, that's a 20.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking
That
about.
hits.
Mycelium network.
That absolutely
fool.
hits.
Disadvantage, I rolled a 15 and a 19.
Dang.
Cool.
Damn.
Yeah, that does hit.
All right, I'm rolling 1d10.
Come on, Saren.
That is only 2 piercing damage.
Okay.
But hit or miss, the shard explodes. The target and each creature within 5 feet, which includes me,
Mm-hmm.
has to make a dex saving throw.
And me,
Does that count Bilbin if he's down?
which means I immediately take a fail. I think
It would-
so.
Would it be 1 or 2 fails technically?
Like
One
one
fail?
If
It would be
a-
one fail because he's
it
not
was-
getting hit with the piercing part. He's only getting
Uh,
hit by the explosion.
Yeah, I am gonna say you're right up in it. You are gonna
Okay.
take a fail.
Okay, Saren. Bilbin never forgets. By the way, this is a new lore.
What are
part
you
of
forgetting?
Conscious. Not this.
I'm assuming an 8 does not save.
My save is 13, so no.
No.
Gonna take 10 points of cold
Jesus.
on top of that.
Damn. Nice.
Still up, but
Wow. Still up? Really? Fucking hell.
you see the cold penetrates into the body of this person, and the mushroom network inside starts to die inside, but it's swaggering and looks uncontrolled, but it looks like the pulsating under the skin is speeding up as it tries to stave off death.
I believe that is all I can do in this moment, but I do think I would glance down at Bilbin and notice that he did take some of those shards, grit my teeth, and glare back at this suit of armor.
Cool. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Cool. It moves to Hera. She sees one of the people that has offered to deal with this fall. She's going to Misty Step up into that area, and she's going to just make a raw medicine check to try to stabilize you.
Damn.
She wants me.
I mean, she's touching you. She's laying her
She's
hands
got her
on
hands
you.
on
You
you.
know
Listen,
what I mean?
man.
She gets a +0 to medicine, so we'll see.
Nat 20?
10 plus stabilizes, I believe, in this.
Nat 20?
You're the DM.
On a natural 13, you are stable.
Ooh.
Still at 0, right? But
Still at
stable.
0, but not making death savings.
Cool.
Saving throws. So you have a friend in Hera helping you out.
So I'm at 0.
Good brain era.
That is the end of Hera's turn. We move to it is Bilbin's turn. Bilbin, you are unconscious, so you were not able to do anything. So we will move past you to Oz.
Frustrated that his spells are not hitting, he's gonna just mutter some incantations, wave his hand across, and his real quick or the sphere, and a little spark comes out, and he ignites it and shoots a firebolt at the.
Cool. Roll to hit.
Cantrip gang.
Cantrip gang.
24.
That would hit.
Yeah.
24 wouldn't. 24 actually would hit. Roll your damage.
Fuck him.
8 damage.
Damn. Nice.
Not bad.
This thing drops to a knee, looking like it is on the brink of death, but it is still there, struggling. Doesn't look great on its knees. Anything else from your turn, Oz?
Someone kill this fucking thing.
Arthur, we move to you.
I think that I'm like having a moment looking at my hands and Oz, I don't know if I can stop. Bilbin! And I think energy begins to swirl around again in chaos, and I will launch another chaos bolt.
Cool.
But this time with tides of chaos, so I have advantage on the roll.
Let's go.
Y'all are getting things now.
We have things to do.
We're not level 1.
That's a 19 on the die.
Nice.
So it's a 25.
That hits.
I want to see what damage
Yeah,
I get.
just roll. Just roll.
I don't get to roll a lot of dice as a sorcerer. Not yet.
Not yet.
That's gonna be. I'm gonna make that a little bit of a. It's fire damage again. So, 14.
What does it look like as Arthur quells this creature being from continuing to take swings at these new traveling companions you've gained over the last several days?
I think that Arthur sees this like hesitation and fear take hold of him and manifests as this cold, and he's like, I can't freeze up. And in that moment he watches Bilbin fall down, and he sees that his moment of hesitation has caused like harm in other people, and we're all tired and missing, and he I think he just feels this rage and anger inside of him that comes out as fire that he launched already at this thing, and just launches at anything he can see.
Cool.
No precision.
Hell yeah. You all watch as Arthur Page Llewellyn Farmer launches another chaos bolt, and Oz, you see some impressive power coming from your new friend as Arthur takes down this spore servant disguised as a guardian of salvation.
Oh shit! What? Bilbin,
Tongue,
is he okay?
Tongue hanging out, mouth.
Are we out of initiative?
We are out of initiative, yes.
I'm instantly going to turn and cure wounds on Bilbin.
Oh my god. Yes, help him, please.
Bilbin, you're going to come back up with 8 points of healing.
Sick.
Bilbin, the sword, the wound from the sword that had slashed through the bottom of your armor is... You open your eyes and you see Saren standing over you.
With one eye closed and one eye open as I'm regaining consciousness. Saren. Saren.
You're all right, buddy. I got you.
Did I get him?
Well, I think Arthur got him this time, but goddamn, you did a lot of the work.
Oh, man, that hurt like a bitch.
Yep, come on, stand up.
All right. And then I, using my axe as like a cane and one arm around Saren, lift myself up to my feet.
Oh my goodness, that was... Hera looks at you.
Hera.
You did great.
Thank you, Hera.
Proud of you. Thank you so much. I still don't... What are you looking at me like that for?
I'm not...
He's a little dazed. He got hit.
That's true.
I think I just... Yeah, I'm a little riled up in the old head.
I'm going to cast guidance on Bilbin.
Bilbin, look at my finger.
He looks straight
down
up.
here. Lower.
He looks straight
Lower.
at the ground.
Lower.
And then he finds it.
Wait, higher.
There it is.
There we go.
Bilbin looks at the finger. Yeah, Arthur.
Follow it.
Okay.
Follow it.
Yep, right.
You're looking.
Yeah, left.
You're not changing. You're just looking right at me.
I am. I'm just looking right at you.
Look, I know I'm distracting, but look at the finger.
What does the finger have to do with this?
I think you're all right.
I think so too.
My head hurts.
What the hell is this thing?
I don't know.
I'm actually going to step over the body of this thing and
Cool.
start heading towards... When I first saw it, it was fucking with one of the shelves.
Yeah.
further down. I'm just gonna.
Cool.
I'll even. It's still dark down here, right?
Would y'all let me ask the question, like, because you were keeping a stakeout, like, would it have been, I don't think it's super well lit in this basement at night, but like, do you think you would have left like candles lit or something like that collectively?
Maybe a
Probably.
few.
Yeah. So
But
I don't think it's like, I don't think you're like, yeah, it's not like dark.
Even at dimly lit, I think as I'm walking down this row of books, I'll like tap the base of my staff on the ground and cast Produce Flame, and the top of my staff will become like lit.
With fire?
Mm-hmm.
Bilbin?
Bilbin
And-
is like still dazed. I think genuinely Bilbin is like still coming to.
Fair.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, as everyone helps Bilbin try to figure out where he is, and he took some mighty blows. Saren, you approach the bookshelf where you saw this creature messing around. Feel free to make an investigation check.
Can I actually, as I'm headed over, call to Oz?
Sure.
Oz, it was foraging around over here. I don't know what it was after, but it was on this shelf.
Yeah, Oz closes the distance and steps in between Bilbin and Arthur and gives Bilbin a tap on the back.
I'm gonna call any check you do at the bookshelf right now, investigation or insight, you can do as well,
Okay.
which may not matter.
I mean, what I was going to say was I want to bring Oz over as someone who is more comfortable in libraries than me.
Oh, sure. Okay.
And basically be like, this is the spot. And if I can, I wanted to give Oz help to
Okay.
try and
So
deduce
you
like
tap
what this guy might have been
on
after.
the back.
Just passing through, just as like I think
yeah.
Oz would just tap Bilbin
Cool.
on the shoulder, give him like look in the eyes and make sure he's okay,
Cool.
and then pass through and then get to Saren.
Cool.
That was all I was saying.
Yeah.
Awesome. Saren looks to you and asks for your expertise in this moment. Make a insight or investigation check with advantage.
I'll lift my staff, still the top where that like malformed hand with too many fingers looking antler is, just holding a little orb of flame, and I'll just kind of hold that above the shelf so that you can see all you need to.
Bilbin does like see out of the corner of his eye this flame. Fire. Fire.
I rolled a 24. Investigation.
24. Man, y'all rolled really well on your best stats. Fuck me. No, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
dude.
No, it's super great.
What do we have here, Saren?
So you all were down here and looked around, and I think earlier you were just all drawn to the sections of this downstairs section that you wanted to find. What's super interesting about this bookshelf in front of you is that it has books written in a larger plethora of languages than any of the other shelves. Some you recognize, such as there's some Dwarvish here, some Draconic, some Elvish. Others, some of you may have never really interacted with before. But again, it's odd because the majority of the other books in this library are written in common. You know, sure you have some Dwarvish, some Elvish, all of that, but something about this shelf, it's these books that look like they've been untouched by time. What you do notice is that there are 5 books in total that are written in common. So Oz, you see 5 books on the shelves, and you're more than welcome to share what you see with the group.
I think he just starts chuckling. He's like, when your lowest lows unlock the youest you, an intro to worshipping the goddess of darkness and loss, by Thoric Naras. The key to a successful monster grooming business, by Petunia Pedalbottle.
Awesome.
From Ducks to Doors, a Whittler's Guide by Scotty O'Brien.
That had to be a Waddler's Guide, right?
It could have been. It should have been. That's my fault.
Passage, the biology of digestion across Bordura and all of Procerem.
What?
by Gareth M. Eggith. Turning Point, The Art of Spinning in a Circle by Orson Scott Key.
2 different names in one. That's awesome. What the fuck?
So, yeah, you see these books in common, and then what you also notice with that really high check is that one of them, like some of the books from this shelf, have been like strewn about by whoever this assailant was. One of the books, From Ducks to Doors, is like all the books around it seem like they've fallen, and this book is just like standing straight up and still by itself.
No fucking way.
Before I grab it, I'm going to cast Ritually, which I can do in half the time.
Incredible.
Identify. Or sorry, not identify, detect magic.
You don't detect magic in this moment.
Okay, I'm going to pull on it.
Which book?
The book that's standing straight up.
The book that's not surrounded.
Ducks to
Yes.
Doors.
You pull on From Ducks to Doors, A Whittler's Guide by Scotty O'Brien.
Waddler's Guide.
You pull it, and it pulls halfway out as if like a lever, and it stops in your hand.
Motherfucker.
No way.
And that's all that happens.
Of course.
It's a lever, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
Can I get a perception check?
You
on-
hear a click. You hear
Okay.
a click. But like other than like a click when you pull the lever, nothing happens.
Okay, I let it go.
It stays.
Okay, I push it forward.
You push it forward, nothing happens.
Pull it back out.
You're just hearing like a mechanical
Yeah.
noise.
Can I, just because I know how fucking schemy you people can be, can I ask
Who's you people?
What do you mean, you people?
DMs, you people?
Wow.
I like how both me and Brandon were like, what the fuck you mean by that?
Can I ask, are there any titles in Sylvan here
On the
that
shelf?
stand out? Yeah.
None that stand out. There's a few
Okay.
books in Sylvan. Like there are like a few. I think you're amazed at the fact that you are reading Sylvan. I think is one of those things where like you, the person, knew that you had this ability, but you, the character, are like seeing this language in a different way than you've ever. You may have experienced it before, but you've never seen it. But like nothing. There's a couple books about like random fae shit, but like nothing that. The thing that stands out of these books in common is that they all have titles that seem like you would never want to pick them up.
Yeah. I think then looking, I imagine I would have seen Oz cast this detect magic spell, especially ritually, if there's no magic coming from this book. I think I would look at Oz.
What's the range on detect magic?
Oh.
30 feet?
Yep.
You don't sense magic at all with this bookshelf, but you do sense magic behind the bookshelf.
Oh, is it like against a wall?
The bookshelf? Yeah, this bookshelf is against a wall. I apologize. Yeah. This bookshelf's against a wall. You walked down a row and it was scratching at it was like whatever this creature was like touching a bookshelf that is like flush along a wall on the back.
It's got to be a specific sequence.
Do we see anything on the wall behind it?
No, bookshelf's flush against the
Are
wall.
there any other
stone wall.
books like amongst the scattered ones that are just obviously upright?
No, the only one that you saw is the one that's
Ducks to
upright.
Doors.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only one that's like standing. You see all these books in common. The only one that's like clearly there's only 5 books in common. You see that one of them is a lever now.
I think I know.
What do you make of it?
Well, this definitely unlocks the what we're hearing. It unlocks something, but I think that there needs to be a specific order on these books.
Yeah, but the rest of these books are loose, right? Can I like just reach and grab? I'm gonna reach and grab the biology of digestion across Bordura and all of Procerem.
You pull the biology of digestion, and you feel it stop you as you pull a lever. And are you holding it?
No, if it like stops, I think I would be so surprised by that it would just slip out of my hand.
It as soon as you let go, it immediately like comes back into the bookshelf.
Motherfucker.
Hera, what's up with these books? Why are they not real?
What are you talking about?
These books, they're pulling out a bunch of books. They look like they're
Oh no,
You don't know about the books in your library?
I mean, I do, but nobody ever. I'm gonna let you in a little secret. Nobody ever touches this bookshelf. All these books are. Most of them are in languages that nobody can read.
You not dust them?
I dust them a little bit, but it's also.
A little bit?
I mean, would you read a book called Passage: The Biology of Digestion across Bordura and all of Procerem?
No.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah,
What do you?
good point.
Okay.
Why is it?
It's
It's weird that one's. Why is that one standing like that?
it's not alphabetical.
Just pull them all.
It's
I don't
not
know.
alphabetical by author name.
I'm just going to start pulling books off of the shelf.
Please don't do that.
I'm pulling books off the shelf.
You start pulling books off the shelf,
Yeah.
and eventually you end up with 5 books there.
Well, shit. I'm bored, so I'm going to go look at the suit of armor. I'm curious about the plants, the fact that it has plants growing on it and shit.
Cool.
See if there's any roots to look at or anything.
Cool.
I start right next to Saren. I start telling him, all right, look for patterns. Let's read these titles. How about look at this? There's this one, turning point. You turn. This one has a key in it. You turn the key. What if you turn the key, unlock passage door? Turn the key, unlocks passage door. And then he goes over and he starts in that order of the books with the have those specific thing as turn. He pulls one that has the turn on it.
Turning point.
Turning point.
You pull turning point, and it immediately goes flush back to the wall.
Doesn't make a clicking sound.
No, that one. When you pull that one, it does not make a clink sound.
No, it's ducks to doors, then lowest lows, then passage, then turning point, then key.
Are you gonna start pulling? What do you pull first?
Yeah, well, ducks to doors first. Then
When you pull ducks to doors, it stays locked into place.
then when your lowest lows unlock the USU.
When you pull that one, it pulls out, and then as soon as you release it, both books go flush back to the wall.
Fucking fuck. We're gonna just
Arthur, while they're investigating, you go over and investigate this armor set. What are you looking at exactly, or what are you looking for exactly?
Well, I'm curious to see if, from a botanical standpoint, if there's anything familiar about this. You were mentioning mycelium and plant-like stuff.
Roll a history check.
Okay. 2.
Cool. You recognize that it is somehow related to mushrooms and mycelium and a network, but you other than that, I don't think you in this moment, you know that this is mushroom, but you don't recognize it. Nothing about this otherwise is means anything in particular to you.
This is, I would just put my hands on my hips. This is one mushroom I would not jumble.
Hera's with you, and she's gonna roll a little history check too. You know, it's funny. It's strange. It looks different. I don't know. I've read about living mushrooms, and this feels like.
Well, all mushrooms are living.
Sure, but mushrooms they walk on.
Mushrooms that walk?
Yeah.
That's weird as hell.
It's strange. I've never seen anything like this, but this is very
Is that
odd
what
to
this
find.
is?
I don't really know.
Didn't seem alive.
I know. It's very interesting. But it seems like the mushrooms were controlling it. I mean, I feel like it was alive, even though it feels like the mushrooms were alive, even if this is gross.
Do you know anything about this?
I've never seen anything. Never seen anything like this in my life.
You said there was something going on with the crops too, right?
There is.
Hmm.
There is. How strange. I don't know how this creature got in here, though. This is very strange.
Have you heard of anything else of things that are clearly in the Guardian's armor causing trouble?
No, this is the Guardians just got here. I mean, I feel like it's funny that these are the Guardians. I know I was apprehensive about them, but this is not. I mean, they have an air about them that intimidates me, but I don't. Nothing about them is. This is unbelievable. And I don't know what this is.
The Guardians don't normally just walk around with their visors down, right? You could see their faces and stuff, and You know who they are. They look like
Yeah,
people.
absolutely.
They're
don't
not
usually-
all just freaky plant guys.
No, I think they have helmets, but I don't think they always wear helmets even. I think, this is,
Well, this feels like something that we should, report, I guess.
this feels strange. The only other,
I don't know. I don't live here.
the only other, there's the crops, and then these restaurants closing. I've heard people have been coming and not enjoying their times at some of the local restaurants. That's all I know. But I don't know any more than that, to be honest. Yeah. How we doing over at the bookshelf, gang?
Struggling. If I pull ducks to doors,
Duck's doors, you pull and it stays locked.
and then I pull turning point.
You pull turning point and then it goes back up towards the door.
Okay, so it has to be ducks to doors and then key grooming business, right?
You pull Duck's doors first and
Mhm.
it stays put. You pull the key to successful monster grooming business and it also stays put.
Okay, so what's the connection between these two? Door, key. Yeah, door, key, turn, unlock, passage. Okay, so then I'll pull turning point.
You pull turning point and they all go back.
Damn it! God damn it!
That's not
Hey, thanks for tuning in
Door,
while I
key.
give these guys a puzzle, gang.
Hey,
Gotta do
I
work.
have a +0 to intelligence, so Arthur Page is not gonna puzzle. Although I want to puzzle so bad.
The other weird connection I've seen in this that like jumped out to me was Scotty O'Brien and then Orson Scott Key, like two Scotts in this sequence
that's
seems
true.
odd. But they're not sequential. So Ducks to Doors, Whittler's Guide, Scotty O'Brien, then
It is 2 keys.
Key
here.
to a successful monster grooming business, Petunia Petal Bottle.
So it does seem like when the books come out, that's a good thing.
If
That
they
means
stay out, it's a good
that's
thing.
a good thing.
So Ducks to Doors,
We're
Whittler's
assuming.
Guide.
You pull
Key to a
Ducks to
Successful
Doors
Monster
back
Grooming
out.
Business.
I was going to say, you've gotten 2 to stay out already.
2 out of 5.
Ducks to Doors, you pull out. The key to a successful monster grooming business, you pull out.
Try Lowest Lows Unlock, the USU.
You pull lowest lows and it goes, they all go back flush.
Okay, so it has to be Ducks to Doors, Key to Successful Monster Business, Biology of Digestion across border and all program, Door, Key, Passage,
I'm just looking at
Turning
these
Point,
mushrooms.
Unlock.
So
Turning
wait.
Point, Lowest Lows.
So pull it. Tell me the order you go.
Ducks to Doors,
You pull that and it stays.
Key to Successful Monster Grooming
You
Business,
pull that and it stays.
Passage, Biology of Digestion across border and all program,
You pull that and it stays.
Turning Point, Art of Spinning in a Circle.
You pull that and they all go back flush.
Well, we'll just brute force this fucking shit. Ducks to Doors, Key to a Successful Monster Grooming Business, Biology of Digestion across border and all program. When your lowest lows unlock
when
the
you
USU.
pull, when your lowest lows unlock the USU, who's standing right next to the bookshelf?
It's me and
Saren. Saren and Oz.
The two of you immediately start spinning, and then you spin in a circle. Everything you have a flame on. You stay bright. You feel a light fade. The rest of you that are in that room, as there is no more Oz and Saren.
A light
over there.
fade? What do you mean?
Like there was
The
a
light.
flame on top of
The light
Saren's,
fade.
and
Okay.
you look back over, and there's your friends are not there, and the bookshelf is
Wait,
there.
wait, come back.
Saren.
Shit.
Door, Key, Passage,
Oz.
Unlock.
I can't wait to talk to y'all after we end about what the code is.
That is
'cause
not
you
at all what I thought it was.
Bilden gets to his feet and goes over to where he knew Saren and Oz were.
Wait, it was
Um,
door key. What'd you say?
It was Ducks to Doors, Key to a Successful Monster Grooming Business, Biology of Digestion across Bordura, and then Lowest Lows Unlock the USU. And
You
then
didn't ever
we
pull
did
Turning
not
Point.
pull Turning Point. When I pulled Turning Point first, they all went back.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Word. So we're on the other side of this wall now.
Yeah, you're on the other side. Arthur, Bilbin, and Hera. Where the hell did they go?
Do the bucks all go back?
Where did... Hey, Arthur.
Give me dexterity checks.
Oh, well,
Both of
I
us?
guess it's if it flips around.
Hera looks over.
It's
she
a
says-
different bookcase now.
Hera looks over and she says, "I think I saw the bookcase moving,
Yeah, they just went behind it.
but the bookcase kept moving even though they were gone.
What?
It was weird."
Bilden rolled a 5.
11. I mean 9.
You all,
I like how
the
we
two
had,
of you in the two of you in the other room, you spin around on a platform as you move 180 degrees. Somehow, who knows what the mechanics of it are, but somehow in magic, not magic, but
I don't know. The DM, maybe you should know that.
Fuck off. I'm telling you now. Solving a puzzle by brute force.
He's just mad.
Hey, you only give us a 5 combination code. I'm
Yeah,
gonna brute
we
force
have
it.
to at some point.
Hey, we figured it out.
You move
kind
around.
of.
You
We
found a
didn't.
way in. You move around, and as you stop, the bookshelf, the bookcase continues to go. And what you see in your place is a small, old, dusty hearth. Over the top of it, there's a lion's head, stone roaring. And underneath of it, there is a small insignia, one that Oz, you recognize very well. The insignia of the Order of Scribes, looking like it is carved out around inside of the wall. You're in a new space. Do you turn to look at the new space, or do you interact with what's in front of you?
I'm in combat stance. I'm very skeptical of where we are.
Cool.
I think Oz really quick, brought like maybe I'm sure it's dusty, like dusts off, like the sign just like verifies that it is what he thinks it is, and then turns around to look at the new space.
As you move your hand over it, you begin to move 180 degrees again.
Oh.
You move back out with the three of Bilbin, Arthur, and Hera. What you see is the wall move, and you see the bookcase turn around to reveal a lion's head, a hearth, Oz and Saren, and as they stop on the other side, the fireplace continues to move, and the bookcase flips back around as like a smaller indentation basically along the wall flips back out, and you are back to where you started.
Whoa.
What just happened?
What the fuck?
Hera, I think we just found some sort of Order of the Scribes room.
Yeah, where the hell did you go?
Oh, well, I don't know, we found some sort of puzzle, and we went on the other side of the wall. It was some sort of mechanism. It definitely changes, makes it turn around.
We'll do it again.
Should we all go? Can
Yeah.
we all go?
Can we all fit? Based on what we saw from what turns, can we all fit?
You can squeeze 5 people around it.
Right. Getting close.
All right. Bilbin, you okay?
Yeah, Bilbin's getting more of his energy back, and he walks over there and stands next to you guys. All right, let's go.
As you stand next to me, antlers at the top of my staff are still definitely aflame. All right. What was it again? Ducks to doors.
Not me already forgetting.
I just don't have it in front of me.
Above the
Ducks.
It was
Oh, you
ducks
did.
to
Passage.
doors,
key passage.
key,
Key.
then passage, then lowest lows.
You pull those 4 and you all spin around. As you spin around, you at first see the lion's head on the wall mounted over a hearth. Not lit. Looks like it's been ages since anyone's been in this space, frankly. It looks dusty. Looks unseen. You turn around. There's a small desk in the corner to your left as you all turn to face this new room. It looks like a small study almost. There are bookshelves lining the walls of this room. But a lot of the books are strewn about all over the floor of the space. It is messy right now. The entire room is made of stone, from ceiling to walls to floor. Ornate carving of the Order of Scribes logo lies right atop this hearth.
That's how you got us out of here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you are in this small room. What does everyone do?
I want to cast guidance
Cool.
because that's what we do now. You said the room is messy.
It looks like there are. Give me a insight check. Everyone can give me an insight check.
Specifically, you know what I'm after. Is this something happened here messy, or is this simply slobbish, intellectual messy.
You can something happened. Roll insight for me.
14.
How'd everyone do?
16.
5.
21.
Bilbin, you are standing in a messy room filled with books with a group of people that won't let you in a book club.
Man, this place sucks. It's all messy. Why we just flipped around on this bookshelf. Saren, what were you pulling in books for? Why are we here?
That's how we got in here.
Yeah, what is this place?
I don't know.
Why is it so messy in here? The rest of you, it looks like you don't see another clear exit out of this room. It looks like all the books strewn about on the ground. It looks like a very similar random pulling out of bookshelves to the creature that you just quelled on the other side of the bookshelf. It looks like somebody maybe has been going through this room looking for a way out. Looks like there's just books strewn about. Maybe in a similar way to what you just did. Who knows?
But if they puzzled their way in, why would they want out?
Well,
Except
perhaps they turned into that possessed fungi thing.
But then they definitely got out somehow, right? Like there's no other like humanoid figure in here.
No.
Right, maybe they were getting possessed and they tried to get out before some sort of magic took over.
It seems more like they think there's another passage or compartment or something that.
Or they could have been looking for that passage. I don't know.
This
I'm just
this is
firefighter.
not my realm of expertise. We're in a stone wood room. Oz, Hera.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like we should look around though. I don't recognize all these books, but it seems like this has been guarded by time.
You said there's a desk in the corner?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything on the desk?
There are some like loose papers out on the desk. It has some drawers in it. There's like a inkwell and quill sitting out, but that looks. You probably would assume it's dried up at this point. You can go check, but this room looks like it's not been. Like it seems like there's maybe been some dust kicked up in the recent days, but like it doesn't look like anyone's like sat at that desk for some time.
And it's just a room, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
You see
People can make investigation checks around the room if they would like to as well. But
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'm investigating the room. It's small, and it's just all we see is the desk, the room, and the fireplace.
looks like a little study. There's books. There's several bookshelves lining the walls as well. There's a desk. There's a medium-sized wooden desk with a small chair tucked in. Some loose papers, maybe with some half-scribbled notes on top, and then inkwell and quill. But other than that,
Can I selfishly go over the books that are strewn about this room and look for, once again, anything witch related?
yeah, absolutely. Roll investigation for me. Anyone else looking for anything?
Bilbin is looking for firefighter material.
Firefighter material? Roll investigation. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, any maybe new knowledge on how to douse fires? Maybe anything related to that?
This feels like a really boring secret passage behind a bookcase.
You're not wrong. I'm rolling investigation.
Yeah.
It's 15.
15. Cool.
Nine.
Nine. Bilbin, you find random. It's like kind of a cookbook, but it is. It's called One Final Dish.
No.
And it's a book that seems like ages ago. Like who knows how long it's been back there, but it looks like somebody basically went and like interviewed like chefs and cooks like around parts of Bordura, and you do see an entry in this book from Trish's in New Samaritan City. It's like this. It's a book where Trish herself describes what her last meal would be before she dies, and it's a glass of sweet tea and a cheddar broccoli casserole with a sprinkle of bacon on top. So you find one final dish down here. 15, you don't find anything any more related to witches. Like there's books on
That's what
Arcana.
a plus 0 gets you, baby.
Yeah, there's books on Arcana, but like there's nothing. Yeah, you are in an institution of controlled learning, and you are away from everything that you know and have experienced. You are in a city inside of a stone room under the ground. Like
I think I'm also looking very surface level because I'm on edge. We just got attacked by a mushroom suit of armor, and I'm just in this unfamiliar space that we were transported to. Surprisingly, for lack of a better word, like I'm skeptical of everything.
I still have detect magic up.
Yeah. Is it still going?
Mm-hmm.
How long does that go for?
10 minutes.
You detect magic. Your detect magic is still going. You are pulled immediately. There is, as you turn to the space, there's a desk. As you turn into this room, desk on the left, bookshelves lining it. There's a gap in between the middle bookshelves towards the front. You detect magic there. You are welcome to go investigate more if you would like to, but you detect magic straight towards you on the stone wall in front of you.
Like on the opposite side of the room?
Yes.
Okay. I think first I'd go to the bookshelf, which was to my left.
The desk is to your left. There's a desk over there. There's a bunch of like bookshelves lining the room.
Right. You said there was a space in between the bookshelf that's like where my detect magic is.
Imagine you're facing like a long wall. There's basically like 4 bookshelves evenly dispersed along this wall with a gap in the middle.
So there was only one space that's like pinging, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I thought I was reading that as 2 different spaces.
No,
pinging.
just one
Cool.
space.
Then I'm going towards that.
Okay, cool. Give me an investigation check still,
Okay.
please.
Guidance.
With guidance.
Guidance.
From Saren. We can't do double guidance, but I wish we could.
I don't have
That's
guidance.
a D4.
You should though.
D4, yeah.
No.
Just take it.
No.
No.
I don't believe in it.
It's too powerful.
Oh, it's right there in the strap. Yeah.
Guidance is too powerful.
Don't tell them about the strap, Will.
23.
23. You approach this wall as you look over these large stones grouted in surrounding this whole room. You see a small carving indentation in the wall the size of like a coin, maybe. It has a symbol on it. Give me a religion check if you could.
Sure.
I'm not going to abuse it that much.
Abuse what?
He said, give me a religion check, and then looked right at me.
Guidance.
12.
12. You are not confident what this carving is. It's a little bit worn by time. The detail that you can make out is there's some sort of like, it looks like there's like a crown. It looks like a crest almost, but the center focus is some sort of like crown. You're not sure if it's weaved by like thorns or leaves or something like that, but it looks like some sort of like crown weaved by some sort of nature or something like that as the center focal point. You see that you are your detect magic drew you to this wall, and you find the symbol there.
Does my coin fit?
Your coin does not fit. It's a different symbol than what it describes.
Anybody find anything?
Yeah. Nature boys, come over here.
What? What?
I'm talking to you, Mr. Woodhammer and Saren.
All right.
I'm a
What do
city
you got?
slicker.
I don't know. Sorry, Bill, I'm not talking about you. There's a symbol here I'm not familiar with.
I'm going to put my finger in the coin hole.
I step over and just hold my lit staff above it to better light it.
So I'm putting my finger in the coin hole.
The cornhole.
For
Coin hole.
are either of you like actually analyzing what's on the
I'm
wall?
putting
right
my
now?
finger in the coin hole.
Cool. You or putting your finger in the cornhole.
I'm definitely.
Is it a hole or is it just
No,
a little indentation?
It's like an indentation.
I'm gonna put my finger in the indentation.
Perfect. You did that.
Cool.
I think
That's interesting.
in a way, as some form of Oz asking for my opinion, I'm taking it seriously. So I'm definitely looking at this with a critical eye.
Okay, cool. Give me a we're gonna say religion or an investigation. You will get different things depending on what skill you use.
Ooh, interesting. Well, either way, I'm casting guidance.
Great. You guidance abusers.
Just will.
I'm just gonna look at it and with my finger still in the indentation.
Above the table, religion or
If it's investigation, I can assist you.
So do religion.
In what way? I don't think I'm gonna roll better than what
I
I
have
just rolled.
proficiency in investigation.
But what do
in
we
that
really
way.
want to know? I
Religion.
honestly, I think based on you asking for the nature boys and like the experiences of the last few days and seeing this like nature-y visage, I'm gonna do religion.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's an 18 on the die plus 1 from guidance.
Cool. You remember earlier when you were looking at the restaurant sign for Sambu, there was a small symbol at the bottom of it that was it was like a golden red sign. You remember this gold imprint of, it was basically a crown of grape leaves with a bottle of wine behind it on like pointing on one direction, and then a piece of like wheat basically going the other direction. Like you get up there and you recognize a little bit better. It is the logo that is on the outside of Sambu, which
So this is a Sambucius symbol.
which you could probably posit is the restaurant's named after the deity, and so you could probably posit that this is some sort of symbol to Sambucius.
The best thing about recording D&D is that people get to hear how fucking slow you are at figuring out puzzles in real time.
What are you talking about? Y'all didn't figure out the puzzle.
Yeah,
we
technically
brute forced
didn't.
it. We figured out the puzzle.
We'll explain it when we finish.
In the slowest possible
I'll
way.
explain what happened. People are gonna, here's the thing. People listening are gonna figure it out, and then they'll enjoy that.
Hey,
So-
listen, you can sit back and just wonder about the fucking theory of a puzzle for hours, or you can just start pulling shit and see what works.
Yeah.
I figured out one way to do the puzzle, which I don't think was right, but I liked it.
Yeah. You should just cast Shadow.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say scoreboard DM. We got in and you didn't keep us out.
Yep.
So
I should have. Yeah, it would have been better for the
Real.
story if I'd kept you out.
we just
I mean, all that said, if I recognize this as Sambucius, I'd probably call Hera over. If Hera's not already next to us.
This is strange. It looks like a old symbol for the church. I haven't seen anything.
What do you mean, old symbol?
They don't use this symbol anymore.
What's different?
They got rid of the crown. Something about trying to move. I think trying to be less monarchical, if you will. So now it's a grapes in front of a wine bottle and wheat, basically. It's cute, honestly. But it's not. It's they got rid of the grape leaves. I mean, I don't feel like it was that abrasive or offensive or anything like that, but it was very strange. I'm wondering if this is some sort of. I've heard tell of underground passageways that used to lead from all over the town, but from there. But where the church now stands, there used to be a castle a long, long time ago, and that doesn't exist anymore. But there's always been rumors about underground tunnels, but nobody's ever really seen them. So I'm wondering if maybe this is some sort of old time church passageway.
So how big is the little indent?
What's
the indent?
Arthur got his finger in?
Is it the size of just a gold coin, or
It looks like it would either be a gold coin or maybe some sort of like signet ring.
I pull out a gold coin and put it in.
Nothing happens.
I really hold it there just to make sure.
Bilbin, I don't know that is going to do anything. I feel like
it might.
I wonder if this is. Are you sensing what I'm sensing? Some sort of arcane presence around this area?
Yeah.
This feels like some sort of. Maybe this is a doorway to passageways, but I don't understand how.
Has you got anything circular that kind of looks like a coin?
I do.
Oh, well, come on. Throw it out. Give it to me.
I already tried.
Oh. Sorry, I'm still getting my wits together. I was the one who went down back there because I was taking all the hits.
You took a bad fall.
Has anyone gone through the desk yet?
Mm-mm.
Has anybody put a grape in the hole?
You put a grape in the hole.
I'll put a
Arthur,
grape in the hole.
Oz,
I'll
you
take
go
a
through
grape
the
out of my
desk.
pouch.
Bilbin, keep an eye on this hearth. Make sure it doesn't get out of hand.
I'll keep an eye on Hera. I mean, this hearth.
Hera, you help Bilbin, and I'm gonna just keep an eye on everybody.
So who was doing what? You're putting a grape in the hole.
I'm gonna put a grape in the hole.
Give me a dexterity check.
Cool.
Just a raw dexterity.
I'm good at that.
Nat 20.
15.
Hey.
You don't drop the grape on the ground. You hold it there, and it is there.
I smush it in.
Nothing happens.
Damn.
It was worth a shot.
I don't know. That's
It's a good
all I
effort.
got. I thought this was a grape god or something.
You got more than I got.
So what is this doing here? And what are we doing here?
I don't know, but I feel like maybe. I mean, it's interesting to know this is here.
How's there a secret passage in your library and you didn't know about it?
I don't know. I grew up here, but I wasn't. It's not like this has been in my family for generations. It's probably something I got lost at the time. I don't know.
When did you start seeing over this library?
I was an apprentice at the library when I turned 20 years old. And I've been only the head of this library for the last 2 years.
And what's the symbol above the hearth again?
It's the Order of Scribes. That's what
And-
we were
sorry,
talking about earlier.
What's the order you're a member of?
The Order of Scribes?
And you didn't know about this.
No, I don't understand. Yeah, I must have been.
That's not meant to be a dig. I'm just
Roll.
that.
Roll.
I want to insight
roll
her on
insight.
all this. 12.
Yeah, you're not sure.
Cool.
Yeah, with that roll, you're not. She's given you no reason not to trust her up until this point.
Sure.
But you're not sure how you're not sure if she's telling the truth or not about
Cool.
not knowing about this.
I'm not challenging it. I think I'm like that came across a little like subversive, but like I'm genuinely just like, as this is not my area of expertise or my natural terrain, I'm very much just asking redundant questions for the sake of understanding.
I've never been back here before, and I'm as shocked as you all are. It seems like whatever that thing is out there may have gotten in through this room.
Can I ask a different question?
Sure?
Do you recognize him?
Not at all.
You live here. There's not that many guardians here, from our understanding. I just didn't know if that was one you'd seen around before, or
Not recognize. They all kind of look the same. Not to be rude, they're all, I don't know, they're all strapping men and women. They all wear the same costumes. Oh, he wears different. No, he's not. No, he's what are you a member of?
The Douse House.
Yeah, it's a Douse House. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Arthur, did you find anything on that body out there?
Just that it seems fungal in nature, like a mushroom.
I was wondering if it maybe had anything, some sort of key. I'm investigating the.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't
table,
looking
the
for
desk.
keys.
Give me an investigation check.
guidance.
With guidance from your pal Saren.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna do anything.
Damn it.
I rolled a 4 on the die.
No.
That's 10 plus. Let's see.
I mean, maybe you get a 14.
Oh, I got a 14.
Hey, you got a 14.
Let's go.
It is a desk with drawers.
I've seen these before.
There's nothing in the drawers.
You open one of the drawers, and you find looks like a journal. It's dusty, well bound. Looks really well bound, leather back. You pull it out, and there is a Are you taking the time in this moment to open it up a little bit?
Mm-hmm. I'm flipping through it.
Yeah, based on initial glances, it looks like this is handwritten accounts, all in the same handwriting, but it looks like somebody handwrote accounts of people's stories following the reckoning. This looks like some sort of book of personal anecdotes and interviews. You see references to Bastion, a city destroyed during that time, and you see references to people from around there. The word refugees comes up several times. You see Vrothatir, the continent to the east, where you know that people that look like yourself, among others, were cast away and not allowed on this continent for centuries. At the back of it, you see a name of an author, Professor Zora Buffon, which is a name that you, as a studier of history in the realm, would know as one of the heroes of legend that was there that day that defeated the wizard Marth in the year 804, almost 400 years ago. With that, I'm gonna stop us there for this session. We're gonna call it quits with a
lore drop.
A lore drop to
Nice.
one of the legendary heroes of this realm.
What's crazy is I've personally defeated Marth with Dr. Mario 1,000 times.
Yeah, you know what? I named the character a while ago, and I did a little lore dump to the gang, and most of you hearing this are hearing that for the first time, and Marth is a good guy in a different video game, and in this D&D campaign, Marth is a bad person from a while ago. So his names are cool. I'm not going to go back on what I fucking did already.
So we got
Hey, happy 8th session, gang.
Happy eighth.
Happy
hell.
8th. Hey, happy 8th.
Thanks for listening. You listened to us freaking fight
Mycelium
yeah,
warrior.
some sort of cilial mushroom
And
something.
and smush a grape in a hole.
You smushed a grape in a hole?
He's
Nice.
creating wine.
You went to
Only
the
one
room.
way to find out.
We solved
Hey, you
the...
gotta do everything.
So, if you look
Pull
at...
every book, stuff
Yeah.
every grape.
So I
Look,
gotta
if
say...
I'm not intelligent, I'm gonna smush grapes in holes. Like that's what I'm here to do.
It's true. So, if you look at the last names of all the...
Fuck, it was the
of the
names.
authors...
So
Okay.
all the fucking
No,
key
continue
turn
because
passage.
I don't know where this is going.
That was just a red herring.
So, the last name of
bitch.
From Ducks to Doors is what?
Scotty O'Brien.
Last name is O'Brien. Then it was The Key to the Successful Monster Grooming Business by Petunia Petal Bottle.
Oh, it's open.
Yeah.
No fucking way.
I was looking at
God
Dude,
damn
and
it!
you
I'm
know what I
stopping
did?
the recording. I'm
And I
done.
just had a
I'm
different,
done.
and I just had to have a 5th book in there to like
You know-
fucking make
so
it a little
yeah, that
harder.
was so them having
Damn it.
key unlock doors pass. That was just a red herring.
They were,
'Cause
yeah,
you're a
they were
bitch. Because you're an asshole.
every freaking.
stop recording.
See you, Will.
Yeah,
Will's
yeah,
leaving.
yeah.
Will actually left.
I'm
He
gonna.
recorded his house,
I'm
but he
pro
left.
fire now, and I'm gonna commit arson to.
Yeah, me too.
He literally
Oh,
mic dropped, dude.
I want to burn this.
No, so this is what I did. I looked at them, and I was like, well, first off, Bilbin wouldn't have solved it because he has -1 intelligence.
Same. Yeah, I wasn't about to
But
do
I
that.
looked at them and I was trying to figure it out, and I looked at all the names, and I thought the names were a red herring, so I went back to it.
That's fair. I tried to write titles of books that nobody would ever fucking pick up. And then I had in the names, I had little things about the fact that it would be like a passage or a door or a key, which was the red herring. The key was just open. And then Orson Scott Key was just a fun name that also gave like a lever
It's,
that could
two different sci-fi authors in one.
No, it's Francis Scott Key and Orson Scott Card.
Yeah,
I got that.
yeah, two different authors.
Yeah, one's not a sci-fi author though. One of them
I
wrote the Star Spangled Banner ? Hey,
Sounds like science fiction to me, dude.
Hey, if you sit down, we got to sign off because people are still listening. Maybe. Thank you for tuning in.
Wait, we're not signed off already?
No, Will left the room. Hey,
Will's not even here.
By the
Will
way,
left
Will
the
left the
room.
room. Shit's in chaos. We'll fucking see you next time.
I don't know who
socials.
Francis Scott Key is.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
I
all
love
stars.
you.
Where's Will?